Hi, welcome to Christy Sunrise. Today I'm going to share with you a recipe that you can make with children, kids, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. It is making donuts out of canned biscuits. Let's get started. Okay, you're going to begin with about 3/4 to a cup of vegetable oil. I'm going to pour it in the pan. I just turned the little pan on. This is between 3/4 and a cup. Okay, we're going to let that start getting hot. You're going to need a can of biscuits. You're going to need oil. And you're going to need, this is 1/4 cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. You can, I'll be using this to coat them. You can just use sugar. You can use powdered sugar. You can make a glaze with powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. But this, the children seem to love because they get to shake the donuts in here and coat them. They love doing this. So there's the mixture. Okay, I'm going to open the can of biscuits. Now, I bought the little biscuits. The reason I bought the little biscuits is because it fits my biscuit cutter. You can buy the big biscuits if you'd like, of course. And I'll show you a couple of different shapes you can make besides donuts. And, you know, let the kiddos or you, if you want to, experiment doing things like this. Okay, so I have my cutter. I have the biscuit. Now, the cutter you can purchase online. They're not that much, maybe $8 to $10. This comes out. You use this, you get a hole. You get the donut hole out, but you could take this out. I use this for biscuits. But I'm going to show you something cool in a minute. But anyway, so going to cut that, kind of move it around a little bit. I'm going to save that little piece of dough to test our grease. So there we have a donut and a donut hole. We'll do another one. There we have a donut and a donut hole. Now, I kind of was looking at this a while ago going, what else can we do with this? Because when I make biscuits, I make these little figure-8 things out of the extra. So, how did I figure I was going to do this? Oh, I'm going to do this, which I could have left it in there. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. But anyway, that's okay. Put that back in there. So, if you take one of the donuts and you kind of bring it out a little bit and twist it, then you can have like a little figure-8 donut. Okay, turn. So let the kids make a design however they want. Like I said, if you've watched my other videos, I really want children to learn how to cook. Okay, so I'm going to throw this in here. The grease is pretty warm, but I don't know if I need to move this closer. It's cooking. So it's cooking pretty good. So I'm gonna say the grease is ready. Move this up a tad. That way you can see it better. Okay. The little donut holes usually will kind of flip over on their own. Yeah, it's still getting warm. I don't think it's quite warm enough. I made these the other night with some kiddos to try it out. Of course, like I said, I encouraged them to cook. There was 2 of them. I had 2 chairs sitting up here, and I showed them once how to use the biscuit cutter, and they did their own biscuits. They did their own cutting, and then the 3-year-old loved this part. I didn't let him. Well, he did cut one donut, but the others, they loved doing this. So the older one did the circles, and the younger one did the donut holes. And they had some fun. I will tell you that they had some fun. In the oil, I'm going to add a little more oil. I would use a cup of oil. I used about 3/4. I'm going to add a little more. So it's going to need to heat up another second. So I would use 1 cup of oil. And the heat I have, like on a medium, it's between medium and low, closer to low than medium. Of course, your stove will be different. Everybody's burners are different. I have a burner on the back that's smaller, but it cooks hotter than the others. Now, I have a gas stove. Electric stoves, of course, are different too. I'm going to take this out. But that's kind of the color we're looking for. Okay, I would not crowd them. I would not put more than 1 donut in this size pan. Now, you might choose to use a larger pan, and then I'm going to put a couple of donut holes in there. I've got a plate with a paper towel on them for them to drain before I put them into the cinnamon and sugar mixture. So I'll tilt it so you can see that they're cooking. You need to make sure you cook them long enough. If you don't cook them long enough, they're going to be doughy inside. But again, this is something that you can make with kiddos, and you can get the bigger biscuits if you want. You might want to try the flaky biscuits. These are buttermilk biscuits. I'm going to make this a short video by not filming after I put these in the cinnamon and sugar. Once you know how to do this, you'll know how to do the rest. I'm going to take those out. Take this one out. Drop the figure 8 one in there for fun. Can't wait to see how that one turns out. Okay, so, ooh, they're hot. Be careful. So I'm going to take them. I'm going to shake them. And I've got a plate over here to put them on. They turned darker, of course, due to the cinnamon. Put the donut in there. You could put your cinnamon and sugar in a bag if that's what you want to do. Like shake and bake we used to do in the olden days. Okay, so there it is. Plate them, and I'm gonna, you can see back here, I'm gonna open it up so you can see how it looks. Nice and airy. Doesn't look doughy. They look done. So I encourage you to try this with your family. It's a quick, easy, fun treat. Again, I want to thank you for joining my cooking videos. And if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Share this recipe with your friends, especially the ones that have kiddos. I would love for a lot of kiddos to be cooking out there in the future. Thank you and have a wonderful day.